Hello everyone, so let's get started. Now today's a non-farm payroll Friday. I've made comments with the posting of the hours, so do read them, okay? I think it's not a bad day to trade. I think it's a good clean setup. I think the market is going to be in a pushy mood and it should push towards the news. This 405 to 440, it can be a retracement that might give us a good entry opportunity. If that's the case, it should flow to 6:30 to 7 o'clock. Now here the market shouldn't turn. In my opinion, the market should flow after this in the same direction, but you still need to be careful because there are a few tricky aspects there. It's not as simple as well, it's not as simple as I made it out to be, okay? But just need to be careful here, that's all. If the market, which I don't think it's going to turn, but if it doesn't turn, it should keep pushing until closing. And if it does turn, you should have managed the trade accordingly, all right, just in case it does turn. Other than that, though, I think it's a nice day to trade. And also you can see this is the gold. I posted this in Twitter yesterday. I opened 3 positions there yesterday because look, Monday and Tuesday were swing days. So, you know, if you're following me, if you know what I'm doing, Wednesday, if you didn't get in on Monday or Tuesday, okay, that's drama. But let's say you didn't get in. Wednesday, you could have followed that through. And yesterday also with me, you could have followed that through as well, which is exactly what I said we should be doing. Yesterday also, that's why I posted it up. Okay, so Monday and Tuesday were a bit tricky because I said it might break in both directions, but once we had the breakout happen on the daily here, this was the sign. So yesterday was like, okay, we just have to go long, and you know, that's the pullback into the Astro hours, and you should have been in the game as well. Now we're following that through. This is why I opened 3 positions. I've already taken enough to cover the stop losses, plus I've moved the stop losses just slightly out above the entries, you can see there, and it should push up because we've got targets up here which could take us into 2,396, 2,390. That's why the last target is all the way up there, as you can see, okay? On top of that, if you take a look at the weekly, we still have that good buy kiss 70, which is 2,462. But one other thing we should be careful about is this 2,386, which is a good buy kiss on the price. And this is why that second trade's take profit is just under 2,386, as you can see. All right, so you know, we have to be a bit smart and make sure we're taking profits at levels which are price sensitive, just in case we miss something out and things turn pear-shaped. So in the interim, if it does come back, you can go long and follow that through. If you've missed out on it, take a break. It's Friday. I'm not going to trade Friday, but I will look before the news to make sure I'm kind of like managing the open positions. I'm not going to be like, you know, letting it go. All right, so be mindful of that. Euro dollar, look, the same kind of thing here. Remember we said it's a Tuesday swing day, so Tuesday, Wednesday market sells off. And the weekly here, as you know, we've got a PST breakout. So the logical thing was, you know, market sold off on Tuesday into a low on Wednesday. So a bit tricky because of the Tuesday swing day, and we didn't have any other swing day, right? So for example, if we had Thursday for a swing day, I'd say, you know what, sell Tuesday into Thursday and then get out, and then we'll reverse and go the other way. All right, but that wasn't the case. So euro dollar was a bit tricky. But if we use the PST indicator, as you can see, this is magic. All right, now this could be a false breakout, but nevertheless it is a breakout at the moment. This cross means this can be a fake breakout. Okay, so and we've and we knowing the swing days on Tuesday as well. So knowing Tuesday was a swing day, we took note of that. Okay, so this could be a fake swing day. Fake breakout, and Tuesday, the market sold off nicely. But in any case, I said this cone is also a bit tricky. You see how wide it's going? Like it's just getting wider and wider. So this is a bit tricky. Now up here, this is a sell zone. All right, up here is a sell zone. So we have to be careful, but this has room to go up. The support level is 59, 1.0883. If you're using the 80 AM strategy, you should be, you would have been like kind of in the game here, because this is 0883 right here. Okay, so it's the daily pivot, and that's where the opening is. So the market already bought around here. So this could also be a nice sign that if the market dips down at 4 to 430, I think I said, 4 to 440, the market may continue to go up. So pushing up may be the way to go on this one. If so, 67 is a target, 1.0929. So 1.09, let's take this. 1.0929 is there, so that might be a target going into there if this thing goes up. And on the weekly, as you can see, we have higher targets, but because it's a Friday, just make sure you go with something reasonable, and that's reasonable there. Okay, so if the market does push up, you could get a sell reaction here because it's a daily PST level. Okay, on the other hand, because we have a weekly breakout, if the market is going to push, it should break that level, but nevertheless you should manage trade, take profit, move stop loss, do something, don't just stare at it. Okay, SP500. Now SP500, as you can see here, this was good to go, and if you played your cards right, which I hope you did, you should have been just fine. The Astro hours going all the way into the target, and that's fine. Now today the market is just waiting for this news, so relax and chill out. Where's this gonna go? Well, with the news, according to the news, we've got room to go higher. As you can see, it could still push into 74, 5,420, or if the news is bad, not this one, 5,420 is a bit out there. Okay, so there. All right, so there's room to go. If the market pulls back, like I said, at those hours, then it's possible that we're going to kind of like go with that flow. Okay, so this could still push up, but it's a bit tricky because it's right at the top already, and I hate buying the tops. So you might just want to give the indices a bit of a second thought. Okay, because it's the top of the channel and I don't like buying the tops. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Now with the indices, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, SP500, we're going to be pretty similar and the same. So let's see what will happen. Dow Jones. Okay, so here's the Dow. This is the weekly. Let's take a look at the daily. Here we are. Now yesterday I did say we should get into this. I marked this in the other day. Well, when I say the other day, like when we were moving up, I said we should tap into here. As you can see, it's done that, and it's done that target there. So if you're like watching it and doing it, and that's your 58, which is 39,186. 39,186, which is there. That's still a target there. Okay, so we're kind of like getting there, I guess, but that'll be the zone where the market might think about selling off, because that's the sell zone. Now there is a gap here, but the market can go there, pull back, and then keep pushing up. All right, so because of the heavy selling that came here, market might do a bit more selling, have a bit of a retracement, do a Fibonacci retracement, pull back, and then keep pushing up, which I don't mind following through. Okay, so we're at the tops there, so just be a bit mindful on how you're going to play that out, because we're in the middle of nowhere until that news comes out. So once the news comes out, it's going to be a different ball game. If I don't know, it's just not worth trading if it's going to be sour. Okay, I mean, there's room to go up, so I don't mind buying it, but do it if it's like down here and then we want to go up. Okay, like I said with SP 500 as well, I don't like buying the tops. So if you're going to trade the news, just be smart about it. All right, this is the weekly Nasdaq, daily, beautiful. We still have a bit of room to go up. Okay, if you played your cards right here, you should have been just fine, because we talked about that in the beginning of the week. So if you got in there, it was like Wednesday. It was awesome. Just beautiful pull up. As you know as well, Nasdaq had a swing day Monday, Tuesday, and look at that, Monday, Tuesday, and then just whopper. Okay, going all the way there. Now we don't have any other swing day for this one, but Dow Jones is a Friday, so we might find ourselves heading for that target which we talked about before, and it's there, 19,182, 19,182, slightly higher there. All right, so around there is the other target. So there's a bit of room to go. It could go hit up there and then kind of relax and chill out. So if it's at a lower level, so if the market like comes down, and you can see a U-turn as well. If you see the U-turn happening, you can also follow that through at the Astro hours, obviously. Now Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin has also done very well, because we had the breakout. Remember the PST breakout? Okay, so we said, guys, we're breaking out, so let's go up, up, up. So if you bought the dips, you should have been okay. Now, as you know, I said this is not a buying zone. All right, so buying was like more down here. Because this is a selling zone, I said, look, don't buy the tops. You're going to get yourself into trouble. So what you can do is, because there's a breakout here, on the intraday pullbacks, you can get in. All right, like here. Look. Remember I drew these, so if you just extended them, okay, you see what I mean? You can kind of like get in where these levels were before. So I marked these in all the way from there. Okay, so if you kind of like went in at the Astro hours, you should be okay. But you can see, they're selling the highs and buying the lows, and I'm in favor of buying the lows as well because of that PST breakout on the weekly. So you just follow that upwards, and that's just fine. All right. So I hope that makes sense. So any pullback into an Astro hour, you can go long, even from these levels. I think it's okay at Astro hours to push upwards.